Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Tsukihime Piece of Blueless Moon. Sorry for the almost 2 weeks in between this and the last one. I didn't record. That's really all it is. I just didn't ever feel like recording it. Last time we left off having woken up back at the mansion after the fight, with Vov, and we got fixed up by Dr. Arak, and she feels a lot better now thanks to her. If nothing else, I shouldn't have any problems walking. I won't be able to go all that far, but where should I spend the afternoon? And of course, the obvious answer is Ciel's apartment. Oh. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to try. That's true. Miss Noelle said they would leave town once the vampire was eliminated. Yeah, but about that, you see, that's not the vampire she was talking about. But it hasn't even been a day yet. It takes time to move, so I think there's a good chance that Ciel would still be at her apartment. Yeah, surely. I tell Hisui I'm going out for a bit, and she dutifully sees me off to the gates. It's a good question. I have no idea. Something tells me he's not gonna be back soon. So I just got a feeling, I don't know what it is. I feel like it's gonna take a little longer than he suspects. I leave the mansion, walk down the hill, and go through the residential district before arriving at the north exit of the station. Not even a full day has passed since last night's events. Yeah. The area is surrounded by do not enter signs and an abundance of security personnel. It feels weirdly excessive, with one guard stationed every 5 meters or so. Even a cat would have trouble sneaking in. I can't get any closer to the site, but I have no more business with that pile of rubble. Ciel's apartment is on the opposite side of the station, in the residential area full of buildings from bygone eras. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. I ring the doorbell, but no one answers. Yeah. That sucks. It was pointless to come here. Ciel is long gone. I don't know about that. I mean, not in the mood to go straight home. I kill time aimlessly wandering around the north exit. I couldn't work up the courage to ask the person living next door if their neighbor had moved. Their neighbor's memory was probably wiped. I was afraid that the answer would mark the end of a relationship I hold dear. As I idly watch the throngs of people passing by, I think about when I first met Arcueid. If I had never met her, I probably never would have known who Ciel really was. Probably not. Yeah. 違う。あいつと出会ってなかったら、先輩がどんな人なのかも知らないままだった。She would have been just another student who suddenly disappeared, rather than someone special to me who I suddenly lost. I can't tell if that's worse or better. The least painful option, without a doubt, would be not knowing about any of this at all. Yeah. Looking back, it wasn't all bad. Ooh, the astonishingly beautiful vampire, and a fellow student clad in gallant armor. I wonder what happened to the two of them afterwards. Arcueid hated Ciel, and Ciel, given her position, would consider Arcueid an enemy. I can only hope that they went their separate ways without incident. I don't know. I'm sure after the help Arcueid gave and, not letting the city get destroyed or, frozen over anyway, they probably let her off the hook. Plus, they don't really... I don't know about everyone. I know CL obviously would try and attack her maybe, but I'm pretty sure the rest are probably understanding orders to leave the true ancestor alone, I would think. Whatever happened, it's all over now. CL's objective was to take down Vlov, so she has no reason to stay in Soya anymore. That's why it's pointless to think back on all that's happened. Yeah. Are you though? I stopped myself short. Why bother telling myself a lie that I would never buy? I don't know, man. Even now I have all these lingering feelings. My gratitude to CL, my hopes for what could have been. It's the same with Arcueid. Although she brought me nothing but trouble, our time together was... well, it was fun. Yeah. A little bit. I wonder. She almost got me killed. Why can't I get her out of my head? Remember how Vlov nearly killed you? Why would you want to go through something like that ever again? I sigh and rise to my feet. Yeah, they're probably gonna start wondering if you lied. Or Hisui is anyway. Shaking my head to clear my thoughts, I leave the busy streets behind me. The walk of depression, I guess. Back home. Wow, it took you a while to get back here, huh? Like, it was still midday when you left. Or like early afternoon at least. My afternoon wasn't all that eventful in the end. Okay, maybe that was just to show the passage of time and he actually did get back a lot earlier. After absent-mindedly wasting some time in my room, it didn't take long for dinner time to come around. Well, I mean, you are still healing. Like, RX treatment or not, it was literally yesterday. I try to shake off the fatigue weighing down on me like a cold. It must be the after effects of all the excitement of the past few days. Now that things are calm again, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm sure another night's rest will put my mind in order. Mayhaps. Akiha is seated in the dining room with Kohaku at attention behind her, while Hisui has taken her position behind me. Kohaku has prepared a traditional Japanese dinner. The main dish is shiitake mushrooms, bigger, and probably more expensive than any I've ever seen. They're stuffed with meat, but overall the meal is on the healthy side. Akiha, wearing a bored expression, stabs one of her mushrooms with her fork. She brings it to her mouth without any comment on the food. She just returned to the mansion about an hour ago. Apparently, some unexpected problems arose, and she had to dedicate most of her day to dealing with them. Yeah, I guess she never ended up mentioning in this route how or maybe she's about to. Yeah, we learned in Arcueid's route that the park they happened, or not, yeah, they said it was a park, right? That they slammed down into and, crumbled was Tono family property. Like, it's owned by the Tono group, so it's like, yeah. Probably have to deal with that. I keep my voice to a soft whisper so that Akiha doesn't hear. Okay, so the awkwardness is just us then. Okay, got it. Oh, wait, no, I remember this now. Yeah, I think she's about to talk about it, right? Because I remember this conversation between him and Hisui, and then Akiha speaks up and is like, I can hear you, you know.
申し訳ありません。私には分かりかねます。あくまで憶測ですが、秋葉様はお疲れなのではないでしょうか。
Yeah, it could be that too.
そっか。そりゃそうだよな。いつも不機嫌だけど、今は特にご苦労。
Bro, are you trying to die?
ほんと、ご苦労様だこと。
Yep. I nod in sympathy. I should probably give her some space to relax. She's like, what do you mean, sour? Since her Sunday was ruined by extenuating circumstances, and I know better than to try to throw out a random topic. Yep, it's best to let sleeping Akiha's lie.
聞こえていましたよ、兄さん。別に午後の視察で疲れているわけではありません。食事は静粛にが当家のマナーです。
Hisui just said otherwise, but okay. She glares at me sharply. I'm not surprised that she saw me talk to Hisui, but the fact that she actually overheard what we talked about is terrifying. Just how good is her hearing?
もっとも、それも過去の話ですが。どうしても話がある。今日一日の出来事を語り合いたい。というのであれば、その限りではありません。
Nodding in acknowledgement, I resume eating. Oh. Since I had a small breakfast and lunch, I've worked up a reasonable appetite for dinner. My compliments to Chef Kohaku. These mushrooms are one of the most delicious things I have ever tasted. I tell Kohaku as much, which she takes in stride.
ありがとうございます。ですが、この勝利は当然なのです。
Oh?
今夜の食材は産地直送。恐れ多くも天皇陛下にもご献上されている一品ですもの。
Now, do you mean farm fresh or your personal garden fresh? And if so, what'd you use to grow them so big? I was right. These are expensive shiitake mushrooms indeed.
それで
so what?
私の仕事ぶりをいたわってくれた兄さんは午後の休みをどのように過ごされたのです？
Oh, you know, we went out, try to, see our senpai, but she's gone.
俺のことか。午後は散歩に出て、部屋に戻ってからはずっとベッドで横になってた。
It's not really a lie, because in the end, that's all it really was, is a walk.
それは、また貧血ですか？
No, we're fine.
いや、考え事をしていたら夜になっていただけだ。体の調子は悪くないよ。
つまり、無意に時間を浪費した、ということですね。
Yes.
そんなくだらないことを堂々と口にしないでください。私は何とも思いませんが、他の人が聞けば笑い物になるだけですから。
Whatever you say. Shaking my head. I have no way of rebutting her merciless words. But I'm curious about something she said.
確かに自堕落に思われる発言だった。というか自堕落だった。反省している。けど、秋葉は何とも思わないってどうして？
That's a good question, actually. Could it be that despite her strict demeanor, she's actually pretty lenient with her close relatives? Maybe.
どうしても何も当然でしょ？私は党の指揮に何も期待はしていませんから。
Yeah, no, I'm remembering. Yeah, no, all this conversation, I'm pretty sure is like entirely the same. I'm getting like deja vu on all of it.
兄さんがそういう人であることは初めから承知
I
の
remember
上です。
this. I see. There is certainly wisdom in that. Yeah, you can't be disappointed if you're not hoping for anything. Yeah, I guess. I'm truly at a loss for words. I mean, what'd you expect? Well, I know what you expected, but you know, I don't know.
ごちそうさま。食後は習い事がありますので、私はこれで。兄さん、反省なされたのでしたら、今夜は早めに部屋に戻って、勉学に励んでくださいね。
If we must, I guess. Akiha rises from her seat and leaves the dining room. With her gone, it suddenly feels like there's room to breathe. I thank Kohaku and Hisui for the meal, then head back to my room. And that's it for the day, right? I pass the time doing nothing in particular. Oh no, does... I take a bath, study a little, then lie in bed. I feel like there's something else today. Maybe? Everything is back to the way it was. The carnage and death of the past 2 days are now behind me. If I close my eyes and let the dark embrace of sleep take me, the embers burning inside me may just be put out. No, is that it? Okay, now he's remembering, okay. But something floats to the surface of my mind. My eyelids are shut, my brain is turned off, and still this vision comes back to me vividly. I see her, in the midst of a raging blizzard, a cascade of sparks framing her figure. Of all the moments I'll never forget, I wonder why this one stands out above the rest, because she looks badass, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a snapshot burned into my mind. Tears well uninvited beneath my eyelids as I recall this single moment. It feels like I've witnessed something I shouldn't have, like a prayer or oath spoken in utter desperation. Unable to bear it any longer, my eyelids fly open. I dry the corners of my eyes and look up at the ceiling I have yet to grow used to. Despite the quiet, calmness evades me. It's the same way I felt in Ciel's room 3 days ago. Now that I think about it, did I really spend the night in Ciel's room? I was racked with guilt over having killed someone, which I only forgot about after being around Arcueid. But if that night never happened, I don't think the Tonoshiki lying here now would exist. I wonder what that night meant to Ciel. Was she just extending a hand to me because she couldn't bear to leave me alone? Like I was an abandoned puppy in the rain? No. I mean, maybe part of that, maybe that was part of it, but it was also that you were still a, suspect. I mumble this as if reasoning with myself and shut my eyelids. I pass the time in a daze, hoping to distance myself from those memories and wash away the impressions that they left on me. As long as I can manage this, the things that happened will all fade into the past. My consciousness drifts towards the abyss. Thus does my peaceful day off come to an end. I lie in bed and slide into a vague slumber, as if I can convince myself it will all fade away. But no, it's not going away. In fact, it's gonna get worse. Oh. I awaken. It feels like someone called out to me. My body is heavy, weighed down by the desire to go back to sleep. But my mind, alert and aware, does not allow it. Maybe a little reading will do me some good. I'll probably get sleepy in no time, sifting through some boring old records. I get out of bed and move to the adjoining room. I pick up a book from the bookshelf and open it to a random page. This is a really random segue. Immortality. Okay, before we get into this, I'll be right back. I gotta just, things. BRB. Alright. Immortality. If this word could be realized, it would surely be considered one of the defining features of eternity. However, a problem persists. There is no being in existence that has attained such a state. Even vampires who do not age, who can reawaken from death, prove no exception to this. For their immortality is defective. They cannot maintain it without feeding on the blood of others. Moreover, they can only feed on others of their own kind, predominantly humans in this instance, which severely limits their versatility. While they declare themselves superior beings, in truth they represent not evolution, but regression. In their dependence on others to sustain their life, they are no different from humans. But there do exist life forms close to perfection, perpetual motion machines in their own right, and they have survived since times primordial. These beings feed on and multiply their own bodies. The concept of a lifespan is immaterial to them, whose old cells are recycled to nourish the new. Such creatures are called colonial organisms. Consider, for example, the jellyfish. However, this perpetual motion is only possible in the absence of sapience. If one is willing to accept eternity at the price of sapience, one may as well seek it in death. Similarly, one who seeks to maintain their human form for all eternity cannot do so through immortality. Over time, the body will decay and the mind will wither. Immortality versus eternity. I have no attachment to the time-worn idea of immortality, and eternity is impossible while one clings to the concept of individuality. So, in conclusion, rather than merely prolong my individual existence through immortality, I have chosen to live for all eternity through infinitude. Are we on, like, Roa's POV now? Oh, maybe I'm right. Your approach is certainly unique even among the ancestors. However, under your method, your eternal life would end in tandem with the extinction of humans, no? Your process requires the human fetus. In its... do we finally have Nero? Is this Nero talking to Roa? Your process requires a human fetus. In its reliance on external factors, it is no different from the longevity of the dead apostles. That is of no concern to me. Humans can only function properly in the company of other humans. If humanity were to go extinct, my own survival would be meaningless. I will die with them anyway, one way or another. So that is your answer. Immortality with a predetermined endpoint. What a singular notion. All dead apostles who were once mages seem to suffer from the same mania. Wasn't Nero also wasn't Nero... Okay, so maybe this isn't Nero then. Because he's also one of those dead apostles who was a mage, right? They value their ideals more than their own existence. That said, what you propose is a far cry from eternity, Serpent. No, it is eternity. Let extinction be total when it comes. Once none are left to observe it, the universe will fall into everlasting stasis. The fleeting time between now and the end of human life. That is my eternity. I cannot bring that end myself. Thus, my only choice is to live to see it. Well, that aside, I have found one thing to amuse myself with in the meantime. Is that why you went through the trouble of calling me here? You have done well to find the sea. I had not thought my old workshop of immortality might still be operational. You should be proud. You should be proud. Your work withstood 800 years of technological advances, after all. I can devote myself to my experiments here without anyone interfering. They say that no one, not even the will of the planet itself, can find the wandering sea. Is that true? Until the new year, at least. Very well. I should be glad to accept the final request of a compatriot, especially one with only a year left in this world. I am also rather interested in your... Wait, did I get them backwards at some point? I may have. I mean, save that for after we've resolved the issue at hand. It turned out to be a rather disappointment. Now then, allow me to enlighten you about the principle within you, about the sliver of mystics that spills over into reality. With that relic of the Age of Gods, there is someone I would have you capture. Huh. Okay. I feel like that was not in fact Nero. Countless chains bind the vampire's limbs. The bonds, like vines rooted in the wall, hold the very air captive. Okay, so Roa's fighting Arcueid already? He calls upon lightning to aid his escape, but there's no way out. Or is that not? No, that doesn't look like. Is that Roa? The serpent awoke. Okay, no, it is. The serpent awoke from his coffin in captivity, having no opportunity to retaliate, let alone flee. He is a fish caught in a net, an insect trapped in a spider's web, and the fate that awaits him is clear. A miserable death, captured and consumed. Yeah, no, those are Arcueid's claws. Okay. Okay, so without getting weakened by Vlav again, she finds Roa before he becomes a problem. Oh, but that's an issue in itself, though, because he'll just resurrect again. Oh, this is very different from the... I mean, I knew Ciel's route was gonna be different from the original games, but... Oh. Oh, boy. That's not good. A merciless strike tears the vampire's heart out of his chest. Vampires possess a near-immortal ability to regenerate. But that power is lost if the organ that transports blood is taken from them. Blood circulation is the only thing vampires have in common with living creatures. The moment they lose that, their powers are greatly diminished. In fact... Whose foot is that? Is that Arcueid? No, that's not Arcueid's foot. Is it? It might be. I don't know. In fact, it would be preferable to have one's heart crushed. Even deprived of the magical energy in its blood, the body can still function well enough to regenerate a destroyed heart. But not when the heart is ripped out wholesale. When the heart and soul are separated from the flesh, the body will decay quickly. Or quickly decay. In an inexorable decline. Like an old man run out of ways to cheat death. Give that back, he may have screamed. But his prayer goes unheard. Chains have torn out his throat, so only bone remains. His chest, where his lungs would be, has rent asunder, leaving the vampire unable to even scream in anguish.
それが遺言？今度のは特に粗末だったのね、ロア。
Okay, it is Arcueid. A beautiful voice bids him farewell. The vampire's hand falls outstretched, as if begging for life. His body has completely ceased to function. His name is Roa. It is an extremely one-sided end for the vampire who spent over 10 years remaking the grounds beneath Soya. Oh, you're here! Hi, Mario! By the time Mario Gaio Bustino arrives on the scene, the tragedy has already been committed. Inside this clandestine chamber, where not even moonlight shines, are the stone coffin of the vampire and his body that is now carrion. And standing over it all is a woman in white, a vampire princess holding the dead vampire's heart in her left hand.
あら、誰かと思えば見知った匂い。あなた、もしかしてラウレンティスの子？
Yeah.
今はそっちとは関係ねえよ。マリオと呼んでくれ。くそ、目を離した隙にこれかよ。ロアの野郎は完全に死んじまったな。これで次は何年後だ
？Was Mario trying to capture him? Maybe?
さあ、あいつの事情なんて知らないわ。今まで通り行くのならまた17年ぐらい
？17年。17年だと。
Yeah. Chagrined, Mario glares at the corpse. The expression on his face is close to pure hatred.
それじゃ間に合わねえんだよ。どうしてくれる？なんだってそんなにやる気に溢れてやがるんだよ、てめえ。いつもの無気力さはどこに行った？ジジイの話じゃ淡々と使徒の末端から潰していくって話だが。
Things change, man. Things change.
いつもの私？いつもの私って言った？
Yeah.
そっか。そうね。今までの私なら確かにもうちょっと時間をかけたかも。でも今回は1秒も無駄にしたくなかったの。ロアなんかに使う時間がもったいなくて。
I guess that's true, but also, again, Mario, what were you trying to do, man?
ただの気まぐれかよ。なんだそれ。なんか悪いもんでも食べたのか？それとも故障が近いのか？
Well,
精密機械が気分でパターン変えてんじゃねえよ。
I mean, when you die and literally come back to life, you might reflect on things, Mario's foul mouth is nothing out of the ordinary, but his tone betrays crumbling composure. If he had kept a cool head, his typically observant eye might have noticed the change in the woman sooner.
つまりあれか。代行者どもが頑張りすぎた。
I mean, in a way, yeah, I guess so, because them fighting Vlov made it so where Arcueid wasn't still weakened, which, yeah, I guess.
てめえが27歳とやり合っていれば、こんな結果にはならなかったわけか。
That's true.
ええ、もし私だけでブローブと戦っていたら、今頃は眠っていたでしょうね。新参者ではあったけど、そうである以上は強敵だったんだろうし。
はあ、やけに素直じゃねえか。強敵ね。てめえの口からそんな単語が出るとは夢にも思わなかったぜ。
I mean,
そう？弱くても厄介な相手だったんだから強敵と言うべきじゃないの？
I mean, well, add on the fact that you're kind of weak right now, but yeah.
だから厄介な相手なんて感想を持たなかったんだよ。今までのあんたはな。
What, did you have a crush on the old her? Huh? Mario clicks his tongue in distaste. As she endures his murderous gaze, the vampire princess is moved by understanding.
まあいい。終わったことをうだうだ言っても時間の無駄だ。人生残り少ねえんだし、前向きにいかねえとな。
Oh, don't have much time left.
根大の死とロアはこれで消滅。次の発生まで10年以上の時間がかかる。
Yeah, unless some crazy shit happens that, you know, that causes them to awaken early, but that's unlikely.
この町での事件はめでたく解決。ロアが死んだことで死者も共倒れ。あとはポコポコ出てくる身元不明の遺体を裁くだけの簡単なお仕事だ。
あなた、代行者たちを連れてすぐに帰らないの？
I guess not.
帰りたいのは山々だがな。片足突っ込んだ手前、最後まで面倒見るしかねえだろ。
Oh, it's very, responsible of you, I guess.
けどな、お姫様、あんたはいいのかよ、それで。
What do you mean? Are you okay? What, huh?
いいって何が？
Why she look like that? Arcueid? I don't like that. I don't like that.
ロアの野郎に横取りされたあんたの容量の話だ。その体、いい加減限界なんだろう。吸血衝動を抑えるには、ロアを真の意味で殺すしかない。こんな使い捨ての体を殺した程度じゃ、奪われたものは戻らない。今回が最後のチャンスだったんじゃないか。なんだって問答無用で始末しちまったんだ。せめて生かした状態で血を吸えば、何割かは取り戻せただろうに。
Good point, Mario. Maybe she didn't do that because she's already losing it? Mario's voice carries none of its usual venom. He only speaks of such recourse out of earnest concern for her well-being. Make the pure vampire princess drink blood. He knows what an absurd suggestion it is. Well, would her drinking the blood of a dead apostle be the same as drinking from a human? Maybe in her mind, but I don't know about in essence. Like in terms of... Her lips move. Mario can already hear the beauty reply, "Not on my life."
ああ、その手があったか。
I guess that works. Yeah, you could, eat his heart and maybe get... Oh no. I just had a thought, and I really hope it doesn't come true. I'll talk about it if not, okay. Looking for all the world as though she's about to press her lips to it. Mario's astonishment tears the words from his mouth. To think that he would ever bear witness to something so unfathomable in this far-flung eastern land, no less.
でも、やっぱりやらない。
Yeah, okay.
こんな生き物、私のものにしたいと思えないし。
Good. Okay, since it didn't happen, here's what I was thinking. My thought was, if she ate his heart, maybe he is somehow able to because that's the source of their mana, because it pumps the blood and whatnot. I was thinking maybe if she ate his heart whole, he would be able to take over her and she would be the baddie. Well, technically technically Roa would still be the baddie, but in her body. I thought that's what was gonna happen, but no. Whew. That was, I was a little scared. Her white fingers swiftly and elegantly crushed the heart. Blood spurts from it, insolently staining her porcelain cheek. A final protest from a serpent denied even his death throes. Oh. She wipes away a droplet of his anguish and touches it to her tongue. Okay. Her tongue writhes, redder than blood. Her smile is the very magic that melts the hearts of men. Wanna clue me in here, Mario? The vampire princess ignores Mario's question. That smile is her only reply. She gracefully brushes past him.
帰らないのなら別にいいけど。次に私の後をつけたら、あなたたち全部皆殺しよ、マリオネット。
Okay. The woman's footsteps echo through the underground cave or cavern. Okay, so she said better warm, implying she's had cold blood. Does she like steal blood from food banks? Is that the... or not blood banks, not food banks. I don't know why I said food bank, blood bank. Okay. Mario doesn't move until the sound fades completely. His legs tremble with fear. Yeah, I would believe her, Mario. I don't know, something tells me she wasn't messing around. Is she referring to Mario and his subordinates? Every member of the church in the country? Or perhaps every member on the planet? Hard to say. He knows exactly what she meant. That's why all he can do is stand, struck dumb in the darkness. This is going somewhere bad. I don't know, man. She's gone off the deep end without Shiki there to like stabilize her, I guess. Mario's voice comes out in a whisper. Arcueid Brunstad has changed, and what that entails is too terrifying to contemplate. Yeah, no, it's not great. It's not a great thing to think about. Me no like. I mean, seeing her lick her fingers like that was kind of, that was kind of hot. I mean, but generally speaking, I don't like that. Also, I just fucking realized I was recording at 30 FPS. God damn it. Whatever. It's fine. It was just one episode, and nothing... Yeah, it's fine. Anyway. Let's get metamorpho... Oh! I don't like that. With the whole Arcueid's changing, and then now the name of the day is I don't like where this is going. But yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen with that, I guess, next time. Actually, next time I might finally go back and record all those dead ends I've missed. I have like 5 I have to record, I think, or 4. I think it's 4. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna do it. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, sorry for this part being in 30 FPS. I just forgot I had it on 30 from when I recorded UEW abridged. So I just forgot to change it back. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch you later. Peace.